What is going on today, guys? My name is Alex here from Basement Vapors, and well, you can tell this isn't our regular recording setup. We're a completely different environment, and there's no Dylan sitting right next to me. This is gonna be my first solo video because now me and Dylan sadly live in different states, and well, there's no real way of recording videos together. It's gonna be near impossible. But I'm still gonna try to bring you guys videos. I don't want this to just be one of us doing the channel because it's something we want to do for a while. But today, I decided to bring you guys a review of, it's not new tech, but this is the Vgod Mech Mod Pro. This is something I use on a daily basis where I started out using regulated mods and then I switched to, I started dabbling into mech mods and stuff. Currently I have two. I want to build my own, and if I decide to do that, I will definitely bring you guys a full review on that and, whole build process and everything. But let's just get into this thing. So, if you're new to vaping, you don't really know anything. There's two categories that a mod will fall under. You will have your regulated device, and you will have your mech mods, or mechanical mods. Where a regulated device pulls from the battery, it goes through a chip to regulate how the device will perform. That's why if you use a regulated device and you try to attach an RDA on there or something, sometimes it'll say, atomizer's short, or check atomizer, things like that. That is essentially a safe, it's a protect put on there that will prevent you from harming your device or yourself. Where a mech mod is something completely different, where it is essentially just a tube. Let me take off the RDA here so you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to see right through it. I think there's a pin on top. Yeah, oh no, it goes right through. You can see it's completely hollow. There's nothing inside there. It just goes straight through. This is just a piece of tube that you then insert your 18650 battery. In this case, this is an 18650-30Q, which is going to be putting out 3.7 volts. And this one, instead of the Samsung, you normally see, I use the Samsung batteries because I found they're the most reliable. The green ones you'll find, the wraps are a 25R, which is a 2500 milliamp hour battery. This is a 30Q, where this is a 3000 milliamp hour battery. So you insert the battery, either way does not matter. All this does is, on the bottom, this little bottom piece here, you press this button on the bottom and it raises up this little copper pin here, which then makes connection to the battery, and then it makes connection to the battery when pushed, and then pushes it up to hit the 510 pin, which is going to be inserted here. So then now you have a positive and a negative side touching your battery, which then creates a circuit. Currently, until you press this button, there is nothing touching the battery besides one of the two pins. Once you touch the second pin, that is when it creates the circuit, which then will allow you to pull your vapor. So starting out with the cons of this device, I've owned this for about 2 months now. I got this about mid-July. I found that the gold right here, the gold lettering right here, which comes with the blue, the black, and I think the white, maybe, actually I think most of them have like this gold lettering on here. It tarnishes really easily. Like, I've cleaned this a few times already, just by going in with like a screwdriver or something, even like some polish and trying to get out the tarnish. It kind of just recollects. And that's, hand oils, dirt, excess juice that runs down the side that'll pour out, you put a little too much juice in the coils and then you get it runs up where the airflow slots. Second biggest con of this device is that the mouthpiece is plastic and it screws into a metal top cap. And I don't know, I guess it doesn't collect heat as easily as a metal mouthpiece would, but you have to be very careful if you ever take it out, is to not strip not strip it. Otherwise, if you do, that's a bad thing. Third biggest con I found for this device, and that's really about it, is that deck posts go up and they're vertical, which is what most RDAs have. But the deck posts, they're quite small, and they have grub nuts on the sides, which may not be a huge con to you. I don't like grub nuts because sometimes the smallest mishandling of them, you can strip them, and then you have to find the new right size with grub nuts. I prefer to just have the Phillips or the flathead screws in there. But again, this is, you know, the top part here. That's not really, it's not a huge deal. As you can see, my build is a little burnt. I normally use my coils until they just stop producing good flavor, and right now they're producing perfectly fine flavor and, you know, good vapor reduction. Especially, I just put in a new battery. This is fully charged. I pulled this off the charger about 30 seconds before turning on the camera. But no, they work quite well. And this build runs out to a 0.15, I believe. I'm using a 22 gauge stainless steel wire, which is what I use for all of my RDAs. As stainless steel, you can hit those high wattage, high temperatures, where I religiously run my regulated mods at pretty much their highest that they can go. The one thing I think we touched on this in some of the previous videos, that I don't understand why companies, if they're going to make a device and they sell it with a tank, why don't they make coil heads that can reach up to the highest that the mod is rated for? That's the biggest. I've only found one tank that has really ever, you know, reached the highest thing, and that was the original Smok PFV12. But again, we touched on this in the previous video. If you want to hear our whole, you know, rants about what we like and what we don't like about mods, check the first two Vape Talk videos. So the juice we're gonna be rocking today is this Primal E-Liquid, which is, this flavor is actually Riptide Raz, which is a blueberry and raspberry candy. So this juice is kind of hard to find. Me and Dylan and another friend of ours, we were out in Rochester, New York for a Post Malone concert back in May. And this is where we actually got this juice. We stopped in a vape shop, and then we actually all got matching mods. That's the other mech mod that I was talking about earlier is what we got, and we all love it. But then this juice is made right there in either Buffalo or Rochester. I can't remember which one. It says right there, created in Buffalo. Yeah, this is made right in Buffalo, New York. They do have a website if you want to find it. I can leave a link to the description below. They have some really good juices. So this is their best seller, really. Actually, I think it's the second best seller. But they've got some really good flavors, and I highly suggest you guys check it out. So leave a link in the description below. So I'm just gonna lather my coils in here. I kind of just like to paint it on, and then right at the end, I'll just, I'll stick the juice right down here in this overflow slot there, just to get it to hit the bottom of the wets as well. Sorry if the audio is really bad in this video. I haven't really tested recording in this room and what the sound echo was like, so I will have to work on that as we develop everything with better equipment. I would love to, set up, get a whole room dedicated to this, where I can just sit down and, sit down and record, but that would be in the works. So you can see, coils are all lathered up. It's slightly purple, but that's because the juice is a purple flavor. Another thing we touched on is that at the beginning of your coil's life, you want to stick to lighter juices. As the darker the juice, the quicker it's going to destroy your cotton and your wire. I don't know why that happens, I don't know the science behind it, but it's just been it's pretty much fact. That the darker the juice, the faster your coils are going to end up dying out. But enough talk. I'm going to take a little primer puff to make sure the juice all gets in there.
I love you.
I barely had the button pressed down. Don't think that the clouds are not good. These clouds are insane.
Ever since that night, Kyoko won't say a word to me.
One more hit. As you can see, this is one of the biggest pros for mechanical mods, where you're pulling directly from the battery and that entire thing is going into your coils. Now here's where you have to be really safe if you're going to make a switch from regulated mods to mechanical mods, where you have to know battery safety and Ohm's law. And if you're going to use pre-built coils, you don't really have to worry about this other part, but you know how to safely wrap your own coils. I've experimented a lot with all these things. I've yet to had anything malfunction on me, which is good, because in a mechanical mod there's no fail-safes for anything. So if there's a stray piece of wire that's touching the deck, or if there's another piece of metal inside your battery sleeve here, that's going to cause a short circuit, and then can cause the battery to completely drain out and then possibly explode. Which is another little rant I'm going to go on here is is that the media always takes the examples of how dangerous vaping is because of mechanical mods. Because people either have some sort of thing that happened to it and then they continue to use it, or they don't practice safe practices for what they're doing with the mechanical mod. And that's the biggest thing, where the media, there hasn't been any recent stories about it besides, the Juuls and everything. Oh, teenagers getting addicted to nicotine.
I love you.
Every teenager does their own thing. I don't condone underage vaping. I did start when I was underage, and I haven't had any effects. I have a higher tolerance for drugs, and nicotine never really done anything to me, so I'll either use a 3 milligram or a 0 just to maybe get a little buzz here and there, but I don't really get affected by any of the nicotine or anything, so I do vaping as a hobby, and I want to get good and do tricks and everything, but potentially trick compilations soon. I want to get good. Maybe I'll show you guys some beginner stuff, but I guarantee anyone out there is already more advanced than I am. But it's the whole thing, don't start vaping when you're underage. If you really want to do it, wait till you turn, the legal age for where you live. I don't condone it. If you do it, you do it. That's your own choice, not mine. But all in all, the media gives so much shit to vapors because of, every teenager and their brother has a Juul. Like, alright, where I go to school, everyone has fucking Juul. I don't care. I don't have one. Personally, I don't like pod systems. I don't like the increased nicotine delivery. If you're putting smoking, that's what you're using them for. That's perfectly fine. But if you're doing it just because everyone else is around you doing it, and then you get addicted to nicotine, what's the point of that? Now you're just creating a lifelong disability for yourself when you're already only like 15, 16, 17. Like, there's no reason for that. But then, the other thing the media always, screams like, how dangerous vapes are because they can explode. They're dangerous when people don't know how to use them. There are rarely, and I mean rarely, any cases of a regulated device malfunctioning and exploding or doing any damage to the person that is using it. Mech mods are quite dangerous if you don't know how to use them properly. Now, am I saying I'm an expert? No. I'm saying I've had experience with these devices that I know how to safely handle it. You just need to make sure that you know how much voltage and amperage is going from your battery into your coils and making sure it's not too high. If you're a big pro with mech mods is that you can build below a 0.1. Yeah, 0.1. You can build below that. Do I recommend that? Not really. It gets you an incredibly fast ramp up time. These mech mods all have incredibly fast ramp up times as it is, but when you go below a 0.1, it becomes very dangerous because you can't use it on a regulated mod. If you tried, it would say ohms too low, and then it'll say don't abuse Protex. I know that's what all SMOC devices say. I don't know about some of the other ones. But if you're going to use a mech mod, number one, be fucking careful. Don't be stupid. Know what to do. Do your research before you buy one or before you use one. That's pretty much all I have for this, but in short, mech mods, they're great. All vapes are great, Besides pod systems, that's just my personal opinion. You may hate me for that, but I don't like the pod systems. Plus, unless they're the Nick Salt refillable ones, that's like your Sorens and stuff, but if you use a Juul, you're stuck with the flavors they give you. Most of the time, it's just shitty e-liquid. It's just meant to get you that little nicotine buzz, where this stuff is actually meant for cloud production, and you're not really going to use this to quit smoking. But, alright, that's all I'm going to have for you guys today. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe if you want more of us. We're going to be getting out a lot of videos for you, so we want to grow this channel to be as big as possible. This is what we want to do for a few years now. We just haven't, gotten around to it. But tell me in the comments what mod you're rocking, whether it's a mechanical mod or it's a regulated mod. And what's your favorite juice that you like to rock inside your mechanical mod or your regulated mod? Anything. So favorite juice and what vape you're rocking. Tell me down in the comments below. I'll make sure to read most of your comments out in the next videos that we do. Even if they're hate comments, if you tell me, hey, fuck off, pod systems are great, I'm going to tell you, well, I don't like pod systems. You're entitled to your own opinion. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Alex from Basement Vapors. Adios.